The end. The last moments of our connection to what we have known for so long. Everyone who we ever loved, everything that we experienced, and everything that we felt or will feel, gone in an instant. Our existence is short, and our lives feel like they move faster and faster every day. And it's interesting, the more we realize that life moves so fast, we slow down, noticing every little thing that we don't usually do. Whether we are in a public place and we get that feeling of our mortality, it's like our eyes are suddenly opened. And we see a world which is much more beautiful, much more lively, and much more appreciated. What is it about death that makes it seem so far away? And then it's there in an instant, right with you, and then gone moments later. What makes these moments so important? Remember, you're mortal. Imagine you're Julius Caesar, and you've won the power of which you've dreamed of your entire life. You're now cemented in history as one of the greatest people of your time and of all time. You stand on the parade podium, thousands cheering you. You feel as if you are immortal and that you have reached a new level of gratification. You feel like you succeeded. You feel that internal gratification with yourself. And then the cold water is thrown on you. A lowly slave whispers in your ear, "Remember, you will die. Remember, you are mortal." The feeling of sudden glory leaves, and you are now atop of this podium, gazing at the crowds cheering you on. What does this all mean? Why? Why, you ask, do we search our entire lives for something so meaningless? History fades, we fade, humanity fades. But that is the point. Death is what makes our lives worth every moment. Every second, death takes away another. Our time is running out, and most of us take this for granted. And when we do open our eyes, it seems as if we are floating. Surely life doesn't end, right? Maybe there is something beyond us, or so we can hope. It's the same old story. For thousands of years of us knowing our own death has caused us to make things and make up tales for us to forget our own mortality and to forget that we are going to die. Afterlives or some type of mark where we stood is usually the ways. But have we ever really looked at these? If there was a happy ever after, a heaven, a place where there's no pain and just pleasure forevermore. But wait, what's the point? If we look at philosophy, we can see that pleasure as a concept is just the absence of pain. It is because we feel pain that happiness is allowed to exist. It's just like that first experience of something, that first roller coaster. It's amazing, but the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth, a life that is lived forever is pointless, dull. Without pain and suffering, there can be no happiness, no true eternal pleasure. But maybe such a place isn't forever. Maybe it ends. Maybe heaven is a stopping place before we go. Well, again, we are met with the same problem. Our non-existence. So what do? We are a dog tied to a cart, and there's nothing we can do about it. It rolls along, and we are not able to stop it. In this case, we are met with two decisions. We can walk along being happy with our present, or we can be dragged along being beat up and choked. It is a lesson that the Stoics used, but many wise men of all ages have had a similar view, whether it's Nietzsche, Buddha, Frankl, or Kierkegaard. The message doesn't change, as it shouldn't. As long as life is here, death will be waiting by the doorstep. Isn't that a good thing? I mean, if we think of our lives as endless, eternal boredom seems like hell worse than any other. So isn't death what makes it worth it? Makes our time worthwhile, our actions actually mean something? And if death is what brings us to life, like those moments when you feel the weight of your own death on your shoulders and you start to realize how absurd you're living right now. How are you treating the people around you? Or maybe those emotions you felt earlier were just petty. Maybe death is what makes us realize how dead we live. Death shows us how beautiful this temporary dream is. It's what makes art incredible. It's what makes love worth so much more. It's what makes the breath of our lungs and the pulse of our heart so valuable. And maybe the end is what is truly beautiful. To end, I leave you with a quote. It is not death that a man should fear, but rather he should fear never beginning to live. Marcus Aurelius. Hello, different camera angle. I forgot to film this when I made this video, but or I did a terrible job and I wanted to refilm it, but we'll say I just forgot. I really just wanted to make this video because I usually write this stuff in my journal, and I don't know. I just felt like posting it. I just sit down and write. I don't research or do anything. I just sit there and write. And it's kind of like a literary, or me kind of just exploring with the pages, but I'll probably post more. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.